He's very angry. And he gets some food. And just walking and I'm like, I did try. What is this one I'm taking to?
All right, I guess we can get started now. So I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out today, for supporting this performance. So I just wanted to give a little bit about the composer before we start. So the composer's name is Zitkala-Sa. She was a Native American composer. She was born on the Yankton Indian Reservation in 1876. And at the age of 8, she was removed from her tribe and taken to White's Indiana Manual Labor School, which was part of the larger boarding school system in the United States. And some of the purposes for that were to kind of erase a lot of Native American culture. And Zitkala-Sa has a lot of writings where she talks about that erasure and the things that it affected her with. But at that boarding school, she was taught violin, and she later went on to study at the New England Conservatory of Music, which today is a very large conservatory. And she also went on to teach at the Carlisle Indian Industrial School. She also later became an activist, and she worked to gain citizenship for Native Americans, which I believe was not granted until 1924. And even afterwards, there was a big fight to actually get that citizenship recognized in a lot of places in the United States. She also worked for women's rights as well. She was a big activist involved in a lot of groups there. So for the Sundance Opera specifically, she collaborated with William F. Hanson, who was a professor at Brigham Young University at the time. And this opera, it uses a lot of traditional Sioux melodies, and they would adapt them and work together to orchestrate them for the opera. It is difficult to say how much of this music is strictly indigenous and how much of it is new composition or what may have been influenced by Hanson and the dominant culture at the time. I think one author had described it as fitting a square through a circle hole because a lot of these melodies are not easy to fit within Western notation. But that was the challenge that they faced, and this was the result. Just quick about the Sundance. That is a ceremony in a lot of Plains tribes, and it requires people dancing, usually around some sort of fire or a ceremonial thing, for several days, often to show, sacrifice and dedication. And during this time, a lot of these dances were suppressed from the United States government because they were trying to force assimilation to the American culture at the time. And ultimately, the Sundance Opera is a statement by using a high art form, such as opera as it was recognized at the time. Zitkala-Sa demands that her culture is respected equally to Western culture. So without further ado, we can get started with our performance. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming. Thank you for Dr. Jenkins, Dr. Spears for all of their help and everything. And yeah, this was great.
It's beautiful. Very good.